Hi everybody, it's Amanda with Stained Glass Crochet, and I have a new yarn haul for you guys. I'm sorry it's been so long. I've just been crazy busy dealing with some stuff and, with work and all that fun jazz. So we have some new squishy mail, and this took like a month for all of it to get here. This was a couple different orders. They're all from Lion Brand yarns. This is the first time I've ever actually ordered from Lion Brand itself, instead of like, pick up, some Lion Brand yarn at like Michael's or, wherever. So I ordered from Lion Brand, and a couple sales on Walmart's website of their yarn that happens to be Lion Brand. So all of it is Lion Brand yarn. So let's see if I can lift this up and show you guys. So there is not one, not two, but 3 boxes of yarn. Ugh. Right? So, we've got a whole bunch of stuff to go through. There's not too many types. It's not too many types of yarn, just some of it I ordered quite a bit of. So first we have this little baggie here. This has 2 cakes of a kind of yarn. When I ordered online, they had enough to fill my order except for 2 cakes. So everything but 2 cakes came from Illinois. And then the other 2 cakes came from, like 20 minutes from where I live. And the stuff from Illinois got here first. What even is our mail system anymore? I don't know. So the first yarn, see if I can pull it all out to show you guys. I think I put it all in this one box. So this entire box right here, this box right here, the biggest one I think, is my new favorite yarn. So this is also, in addition to the first time I've ordered from Lion Brand, it's the first time that I've actually tried bulky yarn. I typically go for worsted weight, mostly DK actually. Like thinner weight, lightweight yarn is my jam. Like, it's awesome. You can get so much better drape with it. Like, I love lightweight yarn. But I also love mandala, because it's an awesome DK weight, right? So Lion Brand, they've been stepping up their game with their yarn. And there's like a ton of different kinds of mandala out now. So I got a couple of them to try. And the first one that I tried is the new mandala watercolors. And I got this in several colors. This is a number 5 bulky yarn, and it's a roving style yarn. Y'all know, if you've been watching my channel for a little bit, I love roving style yarn. It is like my favorite. Now, it is its own beast. Like, if you can deal with it having a bit of an attitude, then it's great. And you can get it's really soft and squishy. I love it. But it is not good for a pattern where you are not familiar with it, because roving style yarn is a nightmare to frog. Anyone who's worked with Red Heart Unforgettable knows what I'm talking about. It is a nightmare to frog, right? So this is a bulky number 5 roving style yarn. It is so soft and squishy. I'm like, I need it. So the first time I ordered it, Walmart had a sale a couple weeks ago. Actually, it's probably like a month ago now, because time means nothing in 2020. Has it been a week? Has it been 5 years? It doesn't matter. It's 2020. Anyway, so Excuse me. Promise I don't have COVID. I'm fine. um, so Walmart had this sale where they were selling 3 packs of mandala watercolors for like $8. What? What? I first heard about it from Crystal at Bag a Day Crochet. She posted like this little update like she does with cool yarn sales. I saw it and I was like, okay. Like, I'm all about saving some money buying yarn, right? So I go on their website. I'm like, there's no way. Like, no way they're selling a 3-pack for only $8. And they were. $8.23 for a 3-pack. It's normally $7 a cake. What? So of course I bought some, but I didn't buy a ton because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. I didn't want to be stuck with a bunch of yarn I didn't like. So I got 1 3-pack in this color. This color is called Quarry. On the website, like on Lion Brand's website, on any website that has pictures of this yarn, it shows like there's green in it. There's no green. It is like charcoal gray to like almost a smudgy white. Like it's beautiful and I love it. And like, hence why I now have 10 cakes of it. I think 10 cakes of this color. Like, and I'll show you what it looks like when you work it up. It's part of the reason why this video took so long, because I wanted to make sure I could show you what some of the yarn looks like. So it's gorgeous. I love it. It's squishy. It's anyway. So I got it in 4 different colors. So I have this one, which is Quarry. I have this one, which again, the colors on the website are not really accurate. Like, so when I looked at this color is called Icy Grape. It looked like it was like this really like blue tinged gray, like icy ice, like blue tinged ice, like white, right? And purple. There was no mention of there being pink and brown. Like, that was not in there at all. So when this showed up, I was like, what? Like, I don't hate it. Like, the color is beautiful. Like, it's great. I can still use it. It's just, it was not at all what it looked like on the website. So I was like, So there's that color. So I have Quarry, I have Icy Grape, and then I have, if I can pull it out because they're kind of snug in this box. This color is called Skyway. This is beautiful. Like, all the different, like, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but like in person, there's like a really light blue that's almost white with just little flecks of blue, and then you have like a medium blue that's kind of like acid wash, and then there's like an indigo blue in here, like, but it kind of all fades out on camera. But like, there's some depth to it that it does not show in the pictures. The picture on the website also makes it like, it's almost like they put a filter on it to make it like the colors brighter, like lighter colors, not just more saturated. That's almost what it looks like, right? So I have a bunch of this blue. I haven't entirely decided what I'm going to do the blue with. I'm considering doing Crafty Intentions. Like, y'all know I love me some Crafty Intentions patterns, like but she has a sea serpent pattern out, y'all. So I'm thinking about making a sea serpent out of this, but I haven't quite decided yet, right? And then the last picture, this one I think is the most inaccurate of all of the colors. It's called Wild Pansy, and when I saw the picture of it, it looked like they plucked colors out of that water lily Monet painting. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, like, it's beautiful. And I was like, why is this the last color? Why wasn't this snatched up first? I don't understand, right? I understand now. Like, I bought 8 cakes of this thinking it was going to be those colors on the website, and then it shows up like this. I'm like, That's not no lily pad, watercolor painting. Like that. No, what is this? What in the, like farmhouse rustic kind of stuff is this? Like, it's not okay. I don't hate the color. They're just not my jam. If I had known it would be this color, I might have only bought a single 3-pack, right? Not 8 of them. Right? So, it's not going to work for what I originally had planned it for. So I'm going to have to figure out something else to do with it. Let me know in the comments down below what you would make with these kind of colors. Like, it's got, like, maybe the dark blue. It's like a slate blue, right? And then, like, a mustard yellow. And a little bit of, like, really, like, if you spill, like, red wine on something and then you immediately go wash it out and, like, there's still a stain, so it's, like, really diluted wine stain on something, right? That's what that is. It's like a burgundy, but, like, a really washed out, diluted burgundy. Like a Merlot, if you will. But, like, water it down a lot to where it's transparent. Like... yeah. So I have 8 cakes of this color. What would you guys make with this? It is a bulky, and it does have. Oh, I haven't even said what's in the yarn yet. Gosh, don't mind my brain, y'all. It's 2020 has brought out all of the ooh shiny. Yes, like just cannot focus on anything. Anyway, so. Mandala watercolors. Like I said, I got the colors Wild Pansy, Ice Grape, Quarry, and Skyway. It's a 5 bulky. It says that you should use a 6.5 millimeter hook with it. I've used a 6 with it, and it works fine. That's the only hook size I've used with it. But because it is a roving style, some of it's thicker, so some of it might go up to a 6, like super bulky in some spots, and then goes down to a 4 in other spots. So it's the nature of the beast with roving yarn. It goes thick to thin. Like, I will say, frogging this is much easier than some other roving style yarns. Like, so before I get all yabby about that, let me show you what the Quarry looks like worked up. So this is this yarn worked up. This is a front leg for a Crafty Intentions Jackalope. Now, the pattern calls for worsted weight yarn and a 4 millimeter hook. I'm using a 5 weight hook, a 5 weight yarn, and a 6 millimeter hook. Its front leg is as big as my head. It's so ridiculously awesome. Like, I can't. Anyway. So, yeah. So, in each cake of Mandala watercolors, you get 164 yards or 150 meters. Yeah, and it says 75% acrylic, 15% wool, 10% nylon. Honestly, if you smell it, you can smell a little bit of the wool in there. Just a little hint, a wisp, It's very fuzzy. You can see a few of the little white hairs that wool yarn tends to have, but it's soft. Like, I'd wear a scarf out of it, especially if it's really cold. But where I live, it never gets really cold. Like, we're under a heat advisory. I think it's supposed to get up to like 110 today. So no scarves here. Like, so that is Mandala watercolors. Oh, I did in the last couple of my yarn videos. I had a few people on my Facebook ask me care instructions when I do yarn hauls. So for this yarn, it says you can wash it in the washing machine. I would put it on delicate just to be safe. It is a roving style yarn and it does have wool in it. And it does say lay flat to dry. I would absolutely lay it flat to dry. Do not put it in the dryer. But that's the way it is with any wool yarn. Like, you got to be careful with it. You got to baby it. Otherwise, it's going to turn into a matted mess. All right, so that is one box. All of that. Whoop. No! Oh well, I'll pick it up later. Alright, let's try the smaller box now. Alright, so these I saw and was like, oh, I need it. Y'all know what it's like when you go yarn shopping. You go in there for like one skein and you're like, I don't know how this other yarn got in my cart. Like, it jumped in there and I had to take it home. Like, alright, so this is Mandala Thick and Quick, right? This yarn, like, I got it for this specific color because, oh my gosh, is it not, like, oh my gosh, I love it. It's rainbow. Give me some happiness and rainbows. Like, 2020, you know what, y'all? We need to say 2020 is the year of the Dementor, because y'all know 2020 be trying to steal every last little ounce of happiness from everybody. Like, steal back some of that happiness with some rainbow yarn. I'm just saying. Alright, so this color is called Swirl, and Mandala Thick and Quick is a 6 super bulky. Woo! It's my first super bulky yarn, and it is... It looks like you crochet rope. Oh my gosh, I love it. I don't know what I'm going to make with it. I originally thought maybe I was going to make like a dragon out of it, but I'm like, it would be the size of my whole apartment. I might make a rug out of it. I think that would be really cool. Just have all those beautiful colors and just make a rug, or like a wall hanging or something. I have no idea. I'll make something with it. It just makes me happy looking at it, right? So it is, like I said, a 6 super bulky. It says use a 10mm hook or a 9mm needle for my knitting friends. You get 87 yards or 79 meters per cake. It's 100% acrylic, and it says that you can machine wash and dry. Like, okay then, I see you. Right, so I got 2 3-packs of that, so I have 6 cakes. Ooh, right? Alright, now this one also came in like the first batch, and I have been wanting to try this yarn ever since it came out last summer. Like, it's been on my list, but every time I would be like, okay, I'm going to order it from Hirschner's because you can get it cheaper. Right? But this color would always sell out. It'd be out, like, immediately. I'm like, does Hirschner's have a, hey, we have this back in stock email thing that I don't know about? I know Ice Yarns does, but, like, does Hirschner's do that? I don't know. But it would always be sold out. And I'm like, well, I don't want to pay $7 a skein. You know, like, like, it's beautiful yarn, don't get me wrong. It's just, and y'all don't even know what yarn I'm talking about. I'm just sitting here talking out of my face. Ugh. Anyway, so this is Ice Cream Cotton Blend, right? And this is the rainbow one. All the other colors are beautiful too. Like, I'm half tempted to get some of that and just make like a mosaic blanket with it and just do the different colors and be so pretty. Anyway, so I got rainbow, and this, it says it's a 4 weight. I'm going to be honest, that is a thin 4. I'd say it's probably closer to a 3, like a regular 3, not a thin 3 like Mandala is, but like a regular 3. It's not, I don't think that that's a 4, in my opinion. Now it is a denser yarn, if that makes sense. You know how some yarns, when you crochet with them, they kind of shrink down a little bit? This does not. Like, this has got some heft to it. Like, you put it there, it stays. I do have something I worked up in that yarn to show you as well. And yes, it's another Crafty Intentions pattern. So y'all, if y'all have seen her Moon Sprite pattern, right? This is one arm for a Moon Sprite. What? Like, and this is using the, the recommended hook size, 4mm and a worsted weight yarn. Like, it's still going to be pretty big. I have another Moon Sprite that I'm working on that I've also done one arm on, but I'm using a 5mm hook because I didn't read what hook size to use beforehand. So that one's going to be bigger. But can you, like, how awesome is that? Like, the rainbow is just so happy. And this one, I'm not putting wire in. It's going to be all floppy and cuddly, kind of a thing. Some of the stuff I do will have wire in it. Like, this jackalope leg has wire in it. So he has a foot, right? So the jackalope that I'm working on, this is one front leg. I've already done both back legs and the body. Have to do the other front leg, the two ears, the head, and the tail, and then the antlers, and then put it all together. It's going to be huge. Because, this is the front leg. It's ridiculous. I love it. So, this is the ice cream cotton blend. It says a 5.5mm hook. You could, it's perfectly fine. I've used it with a 4 and it works fine. A 5 would work just as good. Anything in that range and you'd be fine. If you start going too much below a 4 though, you're going to run into yarn splitting. It was a little splitty with a 4mm. Not bad. Hardly at all. Anyway. So we have those. Trying to make room on my desk. Alright. These two other colors. These are another yarn called, what are these called? I believe it's Mandala Ombre. Yes. Alright. Let me open these up so I can show you. You can't get good pictures of it while it's still in the plastic. Ugh. Alright, so I got these two colors. These ones are much more accurate to the colors on the website. These ones are pretty spot on. So I got the colors Zen, which this blends it out, fades it out. So there's a lot more color variation in person. Actually, that's a bit better. Way up here and you can't really tell, but back here is a bit better. So this is the color Zen, and this one is called Joy. These are also a 4-weight. I'm gonna call BS on that. That's not a 4. That's definitely a 3. Yeah, no, that's definitely a 3-weight. That's not a 4. But it says 5.5mm hook, 4.5mm needle. Anything in that range, and you're fine. It does not look like it would split. It looks like it's very well spun together. Plied together, I guess is the word. I don't know. You get 344. You know what? Did I even say how much yardage you get with the ice cream cotton? I didn't, because I'm a spaz, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let me go back to the ice cream cotton real quick before I forget again. So the ice cream cotton, you get 225 yards or 206 meters. It's 53% acrylic, 47% cotton, and you can machine, wash, and dry. Right, there we go. Alright, so the Mandala Ombre, let me get back to my info again. It's 344 yards or 315 meters, and it is 100% acrylic. These I got in a 3-pack, so I have 3 each of these. Again, not sure what I'm going to make with them yet. probably amigurumi because kind of seem to be in that mode recently. I have so many of them started. Also working on, I don't know, I know in one of my last videos, I showed a wild oleander hooded scarf that my friend Andrea at Wickedly Handmade designed. Those things are so fun to make, by the way. Go get that pattern if you haven't yet. She just released a new pattern. Oh. All right, so I know y'all have seen those pocket shawls going around on the internet. Like, they're everywhere. It's just like a shawl and has these big old pockets, right? And they look super comfy, and I'm like, I need one. So I bought, like, the main pattern that had been floating around. Like, the pattern was well written. I just did not enjoy the stitches that were used in it. So, not knocking that pattern. Go get her pattern. Like, really. Like, she worked hard on it. It looks great. Go get it. But it just wasn't my cup of tea. And then my friend Andrea at Wickedly Handmade released her version, which also has pockets and has a hood. Y'all. Are you serious? So, yes. Go get that. Yeah, go look. She actually just released her own website recently. I believe it is wickedlyhandmade.com. If I'm wrong, I will put something right here with the actual website. I believe that's what it is. Has her own website, so she doesn't have to deal with, Etsy fees and all that fun stuff. Also gives you, like, if you're not a fan of Ravelry, because I know some people aren't, to each their own kind of a thing, then you can also get her patterns on her website. You can get them on Ravelry, and she still has them up on her Etsy store. Go get it. Really, go get it. It is so cute, so fun. I already started working on one. I don't have it here to show you guys, but, like, when I finish it, I need to do a video, like a whips video for y'all. Just be like, look, here's all the things that, like, my brain would not let me finish. Like, really, like, who out there, like, some tea time? No. Who out there also has ADHD? I didn't find out I had ADHD until I was 31 years old. Are you serious? So, like, that was a major thing. And if you want to hear more about that, like, I can do a story time video about that while I'm crocheting. We can do crochet story times. Ooh, that sounds like a fun idea. Yeah. So, if you ever wonder why I just kind of skip around and like, oh yeah, I didn't do that and have to come back, that's why. Because, yeah, the ooh shiny is strong with this one. Like, that's just how my brain works. And yeah, so let me know in the comments if you would be interested in crochet story times, because I have some cool stories and we could have some fun. Anyway, so that was Mandala Ombre. Let's see, what is our next one? Alright, so we have 2 more yarns. Let me put these back in a box and make room on my desk. Also, if you guys are wondering, I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Maybe I did and I just forgot because, my memory's terrible. If you're wondering why I am not in front of my wall of yarn right now, is because your girl be tired and didn't feel like setting up filming over there in front of the yarn wall. Whereas I have this area set up all the time anyway. So this is my day job. My day job, I teach ESL online. So this is my teaching area. Hi! And over there by my yarn wall is my fun area. Right? So that's why we're over here and not over there. Because your girl's tired. She's been dealing with a lot of stuff lately. In addition to ADHD, there's anxiety. Who else has anxiety? Like, I feel like everybody has anxiety because of 2020, because, good Lord. 2020 is not playing games. Like, 2020 is that girlfriend where some girl took her man and she's like, she's coming for you. Like, anyway, so now that we're off of that tangent, I love tangents though, they're fun. I have 3 new colors of just regular mandala yarn, because why not? This color is called Peacock. Oh, like, do you see all the beautiful colors? Peacocks are like one of my favorite things in the world. They're amazing. So when they were like, yeah, we've got a color called Peacock, I'm like, it's one of my favorite yarns and in my favorite colors. And you named it one of my favorite things ever. Shut up and take my money. Like, right? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. And then this color is so fun. I love this color. It's called Sirens. Oh, and I have 2 cakes, and they are wound like so different, right? But they're so pretty. Like, I'm living for that neon magenta in there. Like, it's so pretty. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with those. Doesn't really matter. Just looking at them makes me happy. And then our last color came in a 3-pack because it was also on sale when Walmart had their sale. I believe they had their mandala 3-packs on sale for like $11, something like that. I'm like, they're still normally $5 a piece, so that's still saving me $4. Right? So this color is called Acre Woods, and I'm like, oh, it's like Winnie the Pooh, but it's like pastel rainbow. Yes, please. This one, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm thinking about making a baby blanket pattern up. I am working on a couple of patterns for you guys. So one of them is going to be for like a little bag, and it will have options to make it bigger, using bobble stitch. And there'll be 2 different options. So like you can do like all aligned in a row bobbles or alternating bobbles. It's just taking a while because bobble stitches take forever. And then my brain gets bored because, you know, ADHD, and is like, I cannot do another bobble stitch or I will literally die. Right? So then I had to start some other stuff, and hence why half of my yarn wall over there is full of whips, and hardly anything ever gets finished because, well, there's too many new patterns that are pretty and awesome and I want to make them, and then I start them and never finish. Who else has like 80 million whips? Yeah. Yep. Yep. So that was our 3 colors of mandala. As y'all know, mandala is a 3-weight yarn. It is, I'd say, a thinner 3, but still a 3. Set a 5.5. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 5mm hook. You could go up to a 6 if you want real drapey. Like, you could go down to probably a 3.5 or a 3 if you're careful. Like, the smaller you go, the more chances of the yarn splitting. But mandala is not very split prone, so you'd be all right. You get 590 yards or 540 meters per cake. It is 100% acrylic. According to the website, and I looked this up for y'all, it says not only can you machine wash and dry, but you can wash it on the hottest available setting with any detergent with agitation, and you can dry it in the dryer on the hottest setting. What? Like, they're essentially saying you can abuse this yarn as much as you want. It doesn't care. I'm like, of course that makes my brain go to, well, now I want to actually test that and see what happens if it melts into a puddle into the dryer. Except I don't own a washer and dryer because I live in an apartment and we've got to go down to the laundry room, and it costs $1.50 per washer load and $1.25 per dryer load. I don't even want to know how expensive it would be if they found out that the reason why their dryer wasn't working was because I put yarn in there on the hottest setting to see if it would melt. They'd be like, ma'am, you're going to have to replace this dryer. And I'm like, can I not? Okay. All right. I'll stop. I'll stop. All right. I have one more thing to show you, and this one is so ridiculous it makes me cackle. Y'all know when something is just that freaking funny, you have to cackle, right? You know. So I'm sure you've seen this around, especially if you also watch Crystal at Bag a Day Crochet. You've seen this yarn before. I'm sure you've seen it elsewhere on YouTube. This is ridiculous, number one. Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay. Okay. So the sheer absurdity of it made me want to buy it until I saw how much it usually costs. And then I was like, nah, I'm good. But, and here's the but, here's the T, right? Walmart also was having a sale on this yarn. It's normally, before I'm going to tell you how much it normally costs before I show you what it is, right? It's normally $32.99 per cake. You're like, what kind of mystical creature fiber is in this yarn, right? Right? Is it spun from the lost hairs of unicorns? Like, no. It's, I think, is it a bulky? Is it a super bulky? It is a 6 super bulky yarn in a cake that has 547 yards of a 6 super bulky. And you're like, well, no wonder it's so expensive. Like, to get like 100 yards of a super bulky yarn might cost you $10. Looking at you, Bernat. Like, whew. Like, I know I'm not trying to drag Bernat. I kind of am. Some people really like Bernat yarn, and that's great. I just kind of find it to be a little overpriced. I don't think it should cost you $10 for 80 yards. I don't know what the hype's all about. I'm just saying. But this yarn is literally over 2 pounds of yarn. I can't. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to show you. This yarn is called Cover Story. And it's literally the size of my head. Like, what? What in the heck? Like, you could use this as a pillow. Like, are you serious? I was like, okay, it's on sale. Walmart had it on sale for, I believe, $27.99 instead of $32.99. So I'm like, oh, save $5. Sure, why not? I'm already ordering, and if I add that to the cart, I get free shipping. Yes, I'm aware, because there are going to be people in the comments who are going to be like, but if you had to add $27.99 to your cart to get free shipping, it would have been cheaper to just pay the shipping. I know. I'm aware. Just so we're clear. Right? So, this yarn, I specifically wanted to get it because Crystal at Bag a Day Crochet put out a video on making a bag with it. And I'm like, what? What? And then this yarn showed up, right? And I'm like, number one, this feels like a terry cloth robe, right? It feels amazing, and I just want to squeeze it, right? And then when I saw how big it actually was, and I cackled, like, it was the best. I'm like, it's so ridiculous. Part of me wants to keep it just for the cackle factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, so I did go on Amazon and I got some bag handles, which, by the way, I didn't know were a thing. What? Like, pretty much every girl I know has a purse collection, whether or not they act like. Ever since I got a phone wallet, you know what I'm talking about, where your phone sticks in there and then there's slots for all your credit cards and your cash and stuff. It's like, so instead of having to carry a wallet and a phone, it's all in one thing. Less things for me to lose, right? So I was like, I don't really carry purses very often. Like, I have one for going to church, and that's about it. And it gets used going to church and coming home, and then it gets hung up till the next week. Like, not anymore because of 2020. Church is in my living room. Well, you know what I mean. Zoom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, right? But in the before times, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'll stop. Give me a minute. But yeah, so I've got a bunch of these purses, and I'm like, well, they're really cute, and the bag part's still fine, but the handles are kind of grody, like, right? I didn't know that you could just get replacement handles. What? Where have I been? What rock have I been living under, right? So I went on Amazon, and I looked up some bag handles, and look at these bad boys. They're like woven and all this good stuff, and they're clippy things. So if I decide that I make this bag out of this yarn, and then I decide I don't want it to be a bag anymore, I can unclip these and use them for another purse. And I can frog the purse and reuse the yarn for something else. I was like, what? Right, so I got these on Amazon. I will put a link down below. All the links, everything, be down in the description. For like the tutorial for the bag, if you're interested, like if you happen to have spent $30 on a cake of yarn, or if you have other yarn you would like to use, because maybe you got some of the Bernat yarn on clearance a couple months ago, or whatever, maybe you want to do that bag tutorial that Crystal did. That'll be down in the description. There'll also be a link for these bag handles if you just love these and have to have them. It's not an affiliate link. I don't care if you buy it. I just in case you're interested, here you go. Right? So patterns. So I mentioned Moon Sprite pattern and the Jackalope pattern. Both of those will be down in the description if you're interested in getting those. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh, I did want to show you guys one thing that I finished, because it happens to be sitting right here. This is also a Crafty Intentions pattern. By the way, we don't work together. I just love her patterns. I've bought most of them at this point. At this point, I might have actually spent an entire paycheck accumulated, on Crafty Intentions patterns, and they're worth every penny. I mean it. And she has so many more that are in testing. It's driving me nuts. And she has a Facebook group, if y'all don't know and you're interested. I will also put that down in the description if I remember. Right? Find her group on Facebook, and you can see pictures from her pattern testers of new patterns that are coming out. She's got one coming out for I believe it's like a Loch Ness Monster kind of sea serpent-y thing. Got one for this really cool, I think it's called Amabi, something like that. It's like a Japanese mythological creature thing. Kind of looks like an egg with 3 mermaid tails. It's cool looking. Some real, blow your mind, fetching cute little things that are coming out soon. Dude. Anyway, so this is a Crafty Intentions pattern. It is her miniature dragon wyvern pattern. He is fully wired, so you can pose his little head. And the wings, I can't. Y'all, yes. The wings are fully wired. I love it so much. I will also put the link to this pattern in the description. I need to make sure I write that on my notes so I don't forget. Anyway, this has gone on way too long now. So, y'all know though I like to talk. All right, so I will see you guys next time. Bye.